Just gonna make a short video here of the Mikni cutting a part out. The part I'm going to be cutting out is out of 20 thousandths thick copper sheet. It's that boat you can see there. I've already cut one out. It's for a project for my wife. She's doing stained glass project and she wanted a little sailboat for it. She asked me if I could do it on a laser cutter, and I said no, I can't really cut copper on the laser cutter, but in theory can cut it on the CNC machine. So I figured it'd be a good project to do a shakedown of the mill after having been repaired and upgraded to the version 2 of the Mikni electronics, and just be something simple that I could test the machine out on. So there's the G-code program in Mach. You can see the toolpath there. That's a little sailboat. And so yeah, basically it's all set up to go. I think basically just hit cycle start and should be good to go. So let's get it going. So I'm just gonna come up here, push the button. The spindle is set at 6,500 RPM. The cutter I'm using is a carbide V-mill cutter that's traditionally used for etching PCBs, printed circuit boards, electronics and such. My thinking was, you know, if it's got good enough resolution to etch a circuit board, it ought to be good enough to cut something out of copper. So feeds and speeds are really slow because it's a fairly delicate cutter, and I don't have like a 20,000 RPM spindle or anything. So inches per minute on this is 2.8, so it's not going to win any speed records, but it'll get the job done. So the software I used to create this, well, I did the vector artwork and Flash, did it by hand, and then through various other pieces of software I converted that vector artwork into a DXF AutoCAD file, and then imported the AutoCAD file into Visual Mill, and did the CAM programming in Visual Mill, and got my feeds and speed settings from G-Wizard Machinist Calculator, and did the simulation in the G-code editor, simulated the cut in that software, which I just picked up recently and been playing with, and I like it quite a bit actually for hand editing G-code and just doing simulation and checking for errors and stuff. It's a pretty good tool. Set my beer down now, I'm regretting that. I'm gonna have to get it. So the depth of cut on this is 20 thousandths, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that. thinking maybe if I put a high-speed spindle attachment on the mill, I could do printed circuit boards on here because the accuracy is there. So I may try to cobble together a high-speed spindle accessory for the Mikni. Do a bracket that attaches to the spindle and holds like a trim router or something like that. That, you know, goes about 10-20,000 RPM, and I'll be able to do printed circuit boards on here as well. Looks like the part's done. Also looks like the cutter probably dinged it a little bit there. Pulled it up. The copper is held down with double-sided stick tape. So there's a little ship. See how it got a little crooked, but and the cutter dinged it there on the bottom. But that's easily rectified. At least the crooked part. Some of the detail, like the little bow piece, is probably a little too fine a detail for this cutter. And I did dull the cutter a little bit, screwing around basically, trying to set the Z height with the Z gauge block. I dulled the cutter a little bit, so it probably would have been a little bit better without having to have done that. But you get the gist of it. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching.